Hi, coaches. This is Julia Jackson, and I'm here to share with you my Power Hour, the document I made and created, and what I use to get the most out of my time. I really feel like Power Hours are important, whether you're a brand new coach and maybe you have a full time job, your time is very limited, and you want to grow your business, but you don't have all day to do it. And also, say you're a full-time Beachbody coach and you're at home all day. I find there were days before I really implemented my Power Hour that I would work all day and come out at the end and not have invited anyone to the business, not have invited anyone to a challenge group, not have not done any of the things that really moved my business forward. And so this was sort of the way I used the Power Hour to kind of say, this is what I have to do at the start of every day. So I know, before I do other things on my to-do list, the things I kind of want to do, here's how I implement these really important tasks first. So for me, I really start the day out before anything else gets done with this Power Hour, and I hope it's really helpful to you. So I've created a little like PicMonkey document sort of picture of what I do, and I'm going to try to, in the comments of the YouTube, I'll try to post it as a PDF. If not, you can go ahead and take a screenshot of it and use it and share it with your teams and pass it along. So I'm going to do screen share and show you guys what I made. Okay, so we should be able to open this guy up. Let me get him bigger. Okay, so the Beachbody Power Hour. So I've sort of divvied these up into 20-minute sections. The inspiration for this came from another Beachbody coach's call, and I really liked the way she formatted it. So I kind of used a little bit of her stuff, but then I really made some of the tasks a little more personal to what are really important on my list. So, and I start by setting my timer for the first 20 minutes. So we've got 20 minutes of outgoing. And the key for this is always have lots of outgoing messages so you always have incoming. Because how horrible is it to sit down and go, I'm going to do my Power Hour, I'm going to sit down and do my work, and have nothing coming in the pipeline, and you've got to sort of like start these conversations out of thin air, and you've got nothing that you can go back and forth with. So I start by adding 3 people to my friends list. I try to do mutual friends so I don't get flagged on Facebook. And I really want to create relationships with people I have something in common with. So if it's a friend or friend of a friend or someone I know or had met like maybe briefly. So I don't friend random strangers, but people hopefully I know somehow. And then the next thing is to initiate conversations with 5 people. And I really stress the fact that this really doesn't have to be, and maybe shouldn't even be about Beachbody, and our ultimate goal is not to be reaching out to make these conversations so we can get something from someone or sell a challenge pack. Hopefully we can share with them what we do and how it's changed our life, but we have to start somewhere. And so I think it's great to be able to just start a conversation with someone maybe you haven't seen in a while. Hey, how are you doing? Or, oh, I saw great pictures of your kids. They're looking so cute. Or how was your New Year's? Or, some sort of just person-to-person conversation. The goal isn't to try to then find a way to lead into Beachbody. So they have to be really authentic, genuine conversations. Just to say hi. Then I take the time to scroll through some of the news feed and like 10 people's posts, and then also find 5 posts to comment on. And the important thing with this first chunk is really setting that timer, because 20 minutes could turn into 3 hours on Facebook if you're like me. So that's really important. I just stop there and really I try to write down what I did or check them off of this list and really stop there. The next 20 minutes, and I set my timer again for this, is the follow-up and invite. So the first thing I do is go back. I have a list that I keep on my computer of my contacts, but if you want to use the Beachbody tracker, that one is really awesome. You can also download it to your computer screen and track it digitally if that makes more sense to you. I like to have everything on my computer. So go back through the people that I started conversations with or invited to a challenge group from the day before, make sure follow up so that I know what step is next with them. And then the next thing is, the people that you've started the conversations with, from before, the outgoing messages that have maybe led to more conversations, and, oh, what are you doing in your job? Start to sort of introduce, when it's appropriate and when you feel like they're open to it, a conversation about Beachbody. Maybe if it's, hey, I saw you joined, I have a free newsletter. So when people give me their email, it's a perfect way to sort of say, hey, I saw you join my free newsletter. I'm so happy to have you. I also run a lot of, fitness challenge groups. Have you ever considered joining my challenge group, becoming part of the business, whatever it is that you've created with them, that relationship, and start sort of doing the ask. And if you never ask them to do anything, they're never going to know. And maybe they've seen your Facebook, but they really don't know what you do. And so by starting that conversation, or maybe if it's even asking them to be a part of a free challenge or like a free clean eating group or a sneak peek, something like that, just asking them to join in and participate in something that you're doing. And then I always talk about using third-party tools, a webinar from the back office, or maybe a 21-day fix video, or a Shakeology video, or some sort of, pardon me, some sort of tool that you can use that you don't have to over-explain what the business is. The third-party tools are great. And then the next thing is, depending on where you are in the conversation, is to book a call, or a coffee date or something to see them in person. And it's sort of that, I don't know if you guys have read the Go Pro book by Eric Worre. He always talks about if I would you. And so talking about, if I sent you an informational video about coaching, would you be able to watch it? Or when would you be able to watch it? And sort of doing these if I would you, so you can really start tracking when you can talk to them next. And then the last thing I do is respond to any Facebook messages, questions, emails, phone calls, stuff like that. And then the last 20 minutes, and depends on when you do your personal development. Usually I do my personal development right when I wake up in the morning, so it's on here if you're really trying to do everything in 1 hour. So personal development, I have look over my goals every single day and write them at least one time per week. It's so important for your goals to be at the front of your mind in everything you're doing. And so by reading them every single day, you're focusing and manifesting that stuff, which I think is really cool. Post on social media 3 to 5 times per day. This could be a whole nother topic for a call, but you guys kind of know the gist. Make sure it's really diverse. Your posts are diverse. You've got some fun fitness stuff in there. You've got telling people who you really are, some personal things, family things, and just not over the top on Beachbody, to kind of sprinkle the Beachbody in there so that you can build really trusting relationships. And then what else do I have? Catch up in the back office and news. Make sure maybe there's a new compliance rule, or a new challenge pack specials, all the stuff that you want to, if this is your business, you have to know sort of the business of the business and make sure that you're keeping up with those news updates in the back. And then I've got connect with your team and see how you can help them. For me, like, I have a list of people on my team that I'm helping and that I'm working with, and I try to reach out to 2 people every day, or maybe if it's you want to set up one-on-one calls with your team, whatever it is. And then the next thing after that is sort of goes along with looking at your goals, is revisiting your why. So we can maybe go through the motions of all these steps every single day, but if we don't have passion and drive and we don't know why we're doing it, we're going to burn out. So really, really revisit that. I always say, have a why that makes you cry, that really is an emotional connection to something that will give you actionable steps into your business. And then I've got catch up on any training, webinars, coach calls, maybe the Monday morning call, YouTube videos. There's so many coaches out there who have wonderful content on their YouTube pages. Dig into that. Find, maybe you watch a 3 or 4 minute video every single day and think of the content that could add to your life if you find just one little tidbit of information. And then your Facebook posting, check into your team page. Maybe it's a motivational quote, check in, see how people are doing, and then also in your challenge groups. And then the last thing I have, which is so important and really strikes a chord for me, because I didn't used to do this, and when I started doing it, I really recognized the holes and the gaps in my business, what I wasn't doing, and then the things that I was succeeding at, that when I looked back through, I could tell what they were, and that's to track everything you're doing. So whether that's in a challenge group, tracking each person who bought a challenge pack and maybe when the next time their Shakeology order ships so that they know they're going to get charged, or making sure you know their goals and writing down their goals, tracking those people, tracking your coaches. What are their goals? What is their why? What do they need? And then also on a really basic business level, tracking the people you're talking to every day. If you don't have a list of those people, what if you made 10, you made initiated conversations with 5 people and you didn't remember who they were, and they wrote you back, and then you lose track. It's really important to just be organized, and it doesn't take much if you can kind of go back through your stuff and get it organized and then start fresh now, really keeping track. It really makes a real big difference in your business. So, and then at the bottom, I just put a little fun, make your goal to always be adding value and serving others. And when we make this business about someone else, not about ourselves, when we make it about that person reaching their goal and how that's going to make them feel, we really take on their goals as our own, and that's when the real magic of the business happens. So I hope you guys found some value in this. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I'll go ahead and post this list on on the YouTube page, and feel free to use it and share it and do whatever you want with it. So thank you for tuning in.